It's Friday afternoon, and I will wish you an early Shabbat Shalom. There's a unique institution that is created in this week's Parsha. The Israelites are out in the desert, and it comes time to celebrate their first Pesach in freedom. But some people come to Moses and say that they were ritually impure and unable to offer the Passover sacrifice at the appropriate time. So Moses asks God, and this is what God comes back to him and says. When any party, whether you or your posterity, who is defiled by a corpse, that's what it means, ritually impure, or is on a distant journey, would offer a Passover sacrifice to the Lord, they shall offer it in the second month, on the 14th day of the month, at twilight. In other words, if you weren't able to offer the Passover sacrifice at the right time, you get a second chance. Passover is the only holiday on the Jewish calendar for which one gets a second chance if one wasn't able to celebrate it at the right time. And then there's something fascinating in the Torah. On the Hebrew word rechokah, which is translated a distant journey, there's a dot on top of the hay at the end of the word. What is that dot there to tell us? In a Mishnah, a rabbi asks the question, how far away exactly is a distant journey? And he answers the question, if one is standing on the threshold of the temple but doesn't go in, that is far enough away to be a distant journey. That is what the dot is there to say. A modern rabbi writes about some secular Israelis in Israel who stand outside of a synagogue on Yom Kippur, but don't go in the door. They feel drawn to the place, but they're not sure what to do, and so they stand outside the door. On occasion, I've seen people drive into the Temple Judea parking lot and sit in their car, not sure whether to come in or not. They, for some reason, cannot walk in the door. The message on the marquee outside our synagogue is opening doors to community and commitment. That is our job, to always keep our doors open to those Jews with any kind of ambivalence. We must welcome them warmly whenever they choose to walk in. Jewish ambivalence is not new. It goes back at least to the time of the Mishnah, which is 2,000 years. There were Jews back then who stood on the threshold of the temple and for whatever reason couldn't or didn't walk in. The Torah says that we must always keep the door open. We must always give them a second chance. So, even though this is the quieter time of year at Temple Judea, we have sponsored Kiddushes every week, I think through the end of July. So we will be here to celebrate and to eat lunch together. And I look forward to doing that. My last Shabbat at Temple Judea is going to be July 13th. Rabbi Arias will be here beginning August 1st, and I hope you'll be here to welcome and to celebrate both of those events. I hope you're all well. Shabbat Shalom.